Rest for the wicket for Blackburn Rovers as they return to action this coming midweek as they take on Bradford City in the Cup. It's the first round of the Cup. Can we get off to a good start, get our goals, get a win, and of course build some confidence heading, of course, back into the league? We'll talk about that and much more next. That's right, folks, back once again with another video today. We take a look at, of course, Blackburn Rovers return to action. It doesn't stop there. Of course, we did lose this past weekend, hoping now to bounce back with, of course, Bradford City, the visitors. Can we get the result? Well, we'll take a little look in just 1 second. If you know where you've been, smash your subscribe. You want to shop for Blackburn Rovers Carabao Cup, World Football. We're all here under one rooski. That's right, Bradford City. I've got themselves off to an okay start in League One, but can they transfer that form into the Cup? Well, we'll take a little look in a second. Big shout out to the members and the patrons. You know who you are, but we are going to jump into the deep end. And, of course, take a look at this. It is, of course, Cup action. Blackburn Rovers taking on Bradford City, and it's coming at you at Ewood Park. That's where, of course, the action will be. Our first taste of football in the stadium here, the home turf, and it's coming on a Tuesday night. That's right, with Big Val at the helm. Of course, 1.68 points per match ratio here. He's 49 years of age. Todd Cantwell could feature. He wasn't featured in the game on the weekend, so maybe he, of course, will be here to pull the strings. He is our most valuable player at 3.5. 3.5 million. But yeah, let's take a little look then, shall we? At, of course, the stats, the numbers for Rovers so far. Not much to work with. Of course, just the one game played for us over in the Championship. Of course, one match played, no goals scored just yet. 56% possession in our first game. We got no yellow cards, no red cards. As for passing success rate, 79% success rate with our passing. 88% in our own half as well. Not much to work off for this one, so you know, hopefully those numbers will improve because we're currently ranked 16th best in the Championship with a 6.71 average. Again, no goals to work with, so we're just staring at a big old screen right now, and it's not the best. It's looking like that. Where am I? Can I squeeze into this? I can just about squeeze into this one, so give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. How about that? How about that? Oh, yes, there I am. So here we go. Of course, yeah, we conceded. Our one only goal was conceded by a set piece. Of course, West Bromwich Albion, the culprits for that. So we'll keep on moving on and see how we get going. So the possession-based stats for Rovers looks like this. As you see it, when in possession, Rovers prefer to come down the left-hand side than the right. That's the DNF factor or the cargo factor. Ribeiro looks solid as well in parts on the right side. Still question marks as who starts, and maybe Montgomery gets to go some minutes out, maybe a chance to shine for him. And again, when in possession, we are in the opposition third most of the time. This is what we wanted. We wanted to be on the front foot. We wanted to be in the opposition box. Last season, we were very much a own third team. So let's see if this is the way forward. As for shots, of course, not many to take from it here. Kind of evenly split down the left and the right. And when we do shot, 40% from the outside the box, 40% in the 6-yard area. And shots received from our opposition, 23% down the right-hand side, just 8 from the left, and 54% within the 18-yard area. So that's a tail of the tape for Rovers. Possession numbers. Can I get it moved on? There we go. Let's take a little look then at the key players for Rovers. Again, not much to work off from the performance so far, but Sean McLaughlin has been your main man. He's up there alongside with Sondre Translab with 7.50. Blasses Toff, not too shabby with the 7.3 average performance. As for XG, because that's all we can work off, because we got no goals, we got no assists. Denev, McLaughlin, Ribeiro, Translab top the charts in a kind of very, very early door marker to kind of gauge the performances for Rovers this campaign. Again, transfer wise, we've made a few moves, shrewd moves, if I can find it. There we go. Of course, Axel Henriksen coming in for around about 860,000 euros. Lewis Mellor also coming in for around about the same fee. McLaughlin, Abelasutu picking up a good bit of fanfare as well. Sidney Tavares could be the man pulling our strings in midfield once he settles into the squad. Yeah, as for players going out, we've seen Dolan leave, we've seen Frankie Costello, we've seen Zach Gilson. What's not mentioned here is Callum Britton. What's not mentioned is Andreas Wyman, Danny Bart. So a lot of key faces have gone, and we really still need to find that quality to replace it. I don't think we're going to get much more quality, to be fair, but these are the players that are on the books right here, right now. Of course, you could say Pears could be on his way out. Blasses Toff was in between the sticks this past match, but of course, we might change it up a little bit with the League Cup in focus. Of course, Scotty Wharton could feature. We could also see maybe Miller start the match. Of course, Hart Carter is unfortunately not ready to go. Forshaw could play, I don't know, in this game against Bradford City. And what about Lewis Travis? This is an opportunity for us to say goodbye to him. Tavares could start as well to see what he's all about. Maybe give Axel another run out as well. And up top, we haven't got much option, but there, Jack Vale's still there. I can't believe it. He's still here. Harry Leonard, of course, Mac Gay probably will start. And if we can get some goals from one of these guys, get the confidence running, and then who knows where we can go from here. Now, this is the most expensive lineup possible from Blackburn Rovers as of right now. Buckley is valued around about 2.2 million. I don't know what that's all about, but he's valued up there. Of course, it still has Callum Britton on there, so they need to update the kind of directory there and kind of get that kind of different, because he's not there anymore. As much as sad as it is, Hedges as well. This is a line we did see kick it all off against West Bromwich. I mean, I do not anticipate it to be anything like this. In fact, there's going to be a video, I think, tomorrow or Monday, or depending on whenever this video goes up, probably Monday, of the 11 that we would like to see. We as a conglomerate, as a community, the Blackburn Rovers community, we kind of picked our 11 as a group, and it's kind of all changed really. Give the youngsters a run out and see how we go. This is, of course, the resume so far for Rovers. Of course, we only kicked it all off this past game, and it's not on here because I'm tired, is the West Brom defeat, which we just talked about. Moving forward, this is what's coming at you right here, right now. Birmingham next for Blackburn Rovers after this game, but fully focused for the Bradford City match. Moving on. Then at our opposition, it is Bradford City, and they're coming to Ewood Park with Graham Alexander at the helm. Of course, 53 years of age with a 1.56 points per match ratio, and he's actually managed Rovers twice in the past against them. He's yet to win, and hopefully that continues. And they've got Stephen Humphreys as the most expensive player on their books at the moment. Meanwhile, moving forward for West Brom, they've of course played a lot more games than us. I think they've already up to match day number 2, so a couple more numbers for me to look at here. Joe Wright has been the main man for Bradford City with a 7.55 average over the course of a couple of games. Bobby Poynton as well got a couple of nice performances, 7.35 with Max Power alongside him. Meanwhile, moving forward, the goals have not many. Bobby Poynton got a goal, Sakovic as well, to give Bradford City something to look forward to on the season ahead. As for their other numbers, they're actually third best on average with a 6.97 over the course of the 2 games. 2 matches, 2 goals scored, but they do have 1 clean sheet over the course of the season so far, 50% clean sheets at the moment. 4 yellow cards over the course of the 2 games, 55.8% duels won by Bradford City, 55.6 on the ground, 56 in the air. Pass success rate, not the best, 56.2, 61% really in their own half in regards to passing. But again, it is still early days, but a chance for both sides to kind of mix it up a little bit. But of course, the goals coming at you for Bradford City have been through open play, 2 open play goals thus far. The 1 goal they had conceded was through a set piece, but we are pretty shit at those, so I think you're going to be all right with that. As for their possession, 31% of their possession so far has been in the opposition third, 28 in their own defensive half. They're 41% in the middle. And of course, when they're in the ball, they prefer the right-hand side to the left, which would mean our left-hand side needs to step it up a little bit. It's going to kind of keep them without goal at Ewood Park. When they, of course, pulled the trigger, 23% coming down the right-hand side, 42% outside the box. That's their shots. Shots received, 20% coming down the left-hand side, and 40% long-range efforts against Bradford City. What about their ins and outs? Well, they've been a little bit busy, and these are what the transfers I can figure out. They've got the likes of Metcalf, Jensen. Have I got that way? No, it's actually Jensen, Metcalf. Got it all the way wrong there. Will Swan coming in as well. Josh Norville from Wimbledon. We have Curtis Tilt, Stephen Humphreys from Barnsley. We have Matthew Pennington, Ibu Toure as well. Max Power coming in from Denmark. Joe Wright. Moving on to the players that have gone out, we've lost Colin Doyle. He's packed it in. Richard Smallwood, of course, the King of Ewood, has left Bradford City to join Tranmere. Callum Johnson as well has gone, and a few others. Jamie Walker, Sam Stubbs, to name but a few. But who's left in the books? Do we have it? Yes, here we go. Here's the squad for Bradford City as they prepare for the match day at Ewood Park. The likes of Sam Walker between the sticks. Joe Hilton, ex-Rovers keeper there, youngster, or was a youngster. Kieran Kelly now burning there. Matthew Pennington, Curtis Tilt. We've got Joe Wright into the midfield ranks. We've got the likes of Sarkovic, Patterson in there, Wilson, Max Power, Andy Cook knows where the back of the net is as well. Any other familiar faces? Not to me, but we'll see. just how well we go. This is, of course, the most expensive lineup we could see for Bradford City, with likes of Hilton between the sticks, Halliday, Pennington, Wright, Power, Lay, Poynton, Kavanagh, Swan, Neuville, and Humphreys. But this is the most recent lineup. We had Walker between the sticks, Tilt, Wright, and Pennington, Power on the left, Neuville on the right, Toure, Lee, Poynton, Sakovic, and Humphreys. Again, or whether it's, Rovers or Bradford City, they're going to see this as an opportunity to get some minutes into some players who might not be playing regular EFL League action. So a chance for them to mix it up a little bit. Meanwhile, coming at you right here, right now, I've got my old graphics all messed up, so we're going to go and jump in the deep end and have a little look then, shall we, at the match itself. Of course, they have played each other 5 times in 2014, 3 wins for Rovers, just 1 win for Bradford. There's been 1 draw between the two sides. Rovers coming into this now on back-to-back defeats, losing to Nijmegen, and of course losing to West Bromwich Albion to kind of get rid of a bit of form. Meanwhile, Bradford are unbeaten in the last 7, looking pretty good, but of course the form book between the two sides over this match has gone in favour of Rovers. Meanwhile, of course, the squad valuations, it's just shy of €6 million for Bradford City, whereas Blackburn Rovers are rallying around about 38 million. We have an average of 1.47 million euros a player compared to that 200,000. Their squad is a little bit older than ours. We have more national team players as expected at the moment. This is, of course, the most recent matches between the two sides coming at you right here, right now, over the last 5. The last time we played at Ewood, it was a 2-0 win for Rovers way back in March 2018. Dak and Conway on the score sheet. That was when we were in League One. However, we did play at their place, Valley Parade, back in August 2022 in the same competition, 2-1 as it was for us in that match. So, it is what it is, to be honest with you. If we want a little look back then, shall we, over the course of the last 10, this is what it looks like. Again, we're looking for the green scores here. Green scores indicate a Rovers victory. Just 1 defeat. That 1 defeat was way back in 1987. This is competitive matches, I do believe. It was way back in whatever league that was. Trying to look at it, decipher it. Can't really decipher it. But it's back in 87. Bradford City won at Valley Parade. Here, Rovers winning 4 on the spin competitively, whether it's at Ewood or Valley Parade. If we want to open up the floodgates a little bit, we have played 29 times, of course, history. 16 wins for Rovers, 7 wins for Bradford. There's been 6 draws. We've scored 50 to their 30. So on paper, we should win this game, right? Right. Meanwhile, there are a whole host of games going on in the EFL Cup this week as well, with the likes of Swansea taking on Crawley. We have Newport against Millwall, Barrow, Preston, Middlesbrough against Doncaster, Stockport against Crewe, Watford against Norwich City, all Premiership encounter there. West Brom against Derby, another, when I say Premiership, I mean Championship. West Brom, Derby, another all Championship one. We have Grimsby, Shrewsbury, Bristol Rovers, Cambridge United, Portsmouth, Reading, Cardiff, Swindon, Wigan, and Notts County. Remember, there's the North section, South section. Predictions are on the channel. Make sure you check those out. Meanwhile, continuing, Stanley against Posh, Stoke against Walsall, Blackpool against Port Vale. Blackpool need a result because they've been shit so far. Oxford United against Colchester, Coventry against Luton. That one's spicy. It was a repeat of the EFL Championship player final a couple of years ago. Harriet Town against Lincoln, Gillingham against Wimbledon, Salford against Rotherham, Chesterfield against Mansfield, Wrexham Hull, another Championship encounter there, Plymouth against QPR, Charlton against Stevenage. We're wrapping it up now here. Bristol City after that big win there against MK Dons, Northampton Town. The Saints, of course, battle of the Hamptons. Later on against Wycombe, we have Tranmere Burton, we have Bromley Ipswich, Cheltenham against Exeter, Bolton against Wednesday, Barnsley Fleetwood, Huddersfield Leicester, Birmingham Sheffield United wrap it up. But of course, the highlight is Rovers against Bradford. Hopefully, we have some form of a game, a watch-along sort of thing here on Blackburn Rovers C, so make sure you check that out moving forward. But there's not much, to be honest with you. I did ask the fans out there what we expect, and 78% expect Rovers for the victory. But that's them. It's all about, well, that's their opinion. But what about my opinion? Well, I'm going to tell you that right here, right now. Of course, looking into this one, it is, of course, a opportunity to see what we've got for Blackburn Rovers, and hopefully a chance for the likes of a Montgomery to showcase what he's all about. A Tavares, maybe a Malarkey Matthews as well, or maybe the young goalkeeper. Does Pears get a sniff? Buckley. A lot of people not really considered in that last match against West Brom, weren't even on the bench. So I'm hoping I get to see this game. I'm hoping I get to see some players really stake their claim. And honestly, I love a win. I love a win. I need goals. And I think hopefully Ewood will be packed. A good turnout for this game. And hopefully we deliver a result like this. I'm going to go with a 2-0 winner for Blackburn Rovers to wrap it up and hopefully go through to the second round. It's not going to be easy, though. I'm going to give Bradford a bit of credit. I think this game is actually very tricky to call. Of course, they've got a bit of momentum, unbeaten so far. Promoted last season in the best way possible, lastminute.com. So it's going to be tough. Our confidence is taking a bit of a dump. We have a bit of off the field matters as well, with the future of club captain Lewis Travis, who could be leaving, and also he could be leaving to Derby County. So a lot of, shittiness regarding that. So we'll see just what that turns out to be. But anyway, hopefully we'll be back Tuesday for the game. After that, of course, build-up will begin for Birmingham City at Ewood Park. It could be a real rough start to the season this week, unless we can get something moving in the right direction. Make sure you subscribe, smash the like wherever you are in the world. Until then, I'll see you soon. I'll return. I'm out.